Trap More Gang. What is good? Shout out all my trap disciples, shout out all my trap gang, shout out all of my trappers and drillers and all of that good stuff, because today we are going to be taking a closer look at a video by my favorite computer generated hip hop content channel, Hip Hop Daily. These guys are cranking out gang related hip hop content like you would not believe. They're uploading every single day. They're talking about the UK rappers that got stabbed, the UK rappers that got banned from making music. They're showing videos of rappers getting robbed. Whatever robot or hip hop based AI has been programmed to run this channel is coming with the absolute fire and all of that street dirt. So today, I'm going to take a little look at one of their recent videos of UK drill rappers in knife fights. I'm going to see what's really popping off in these London streets, and I'm going to give you a little bit of extra bonus UK drill rap fan, trap more, whatever perspective that maybe you're not going to get on this seemingly computer generated drill content machine. I'm only joking. Whoever runs Hip Hop Daily is clearly putting in work, so shout out to them. So let's get into it.
When most think of the UK, the first thing that comes to mind is the royal family, tea and crumpets, or Big Ben.
Yo, already that's a violation. People always say shit like this. The first thing you think of when you think of the UK, you're straight racist. Imagine if I said some shit like that. Imagine.
But the UK drill scene has exposed the darker side of the kingdom that many don't get to see. A world full of stabbings, gang beef, kidnapping, and murder.
That's big facts. We do be kidnapping out here. We do be napping. We do be napping. And I'm not talking about a nice little sleep. We be napping out here.
Young Dizz. Europe has much stricter gun laws than the US, and therefore, it's rare for rival gangs to shoot at one another in the UK.
That's not entirely true, Mr. Drillbot. That's not entirely true. You know, we got shootings, we got bootings. Look, we got 2 people shot and stabbed. That was 3 weeks ago. This is 4 days ago. Panic as gunfire breaks out on a busy Soho street. So, you know, don't get it twisted. We be shooting.
Police reported that between 2018 and 2019, there were 4,277 cases of knife crime. Authorities say that the popularity of drill music is behind the wave of stabbings.
I think that's unfair. You can't blame it all on knife crime, you know. There's probably a decent amount of fork-based crime too, and perhaps even the occasional aggravated spooning.
So in 2019, they partnered with YouTube to ban the genre and have 130 drill music videos removed from the platform.
Not true. They didn't actually ban the genre. They did remove a lot of drill songs and music videos, and generally the reason that they're doing that is they remove songs that specifically include threats of violence or lyrics that are specifically inciting violence with other groups. So the majority of these drill songs that get taken down, they are generally songs that have specific lyrics in them that are either targeting rival gangs or calling for specific violence. So a little correction on that one.
One case in particular, involving a rapper from East London named Young Dizz, caught their attention and prompted the crackdown on drill in the country. Isaac Donko, who raps under the name Young Dizz, was arrested in April 2019 for a kidnapping that occurred the previous summer, but his music career was put on hold for a while after he caught a pretty wild charge. Dizz was 21 years old at the time and had recruited a group of teenagers from a local high school to help him with the kidnapping.
Before we go any further, I just want to say I'm pretty sure, I'm getting the impression this video is complete cap. I don't know if Young Dizz was caught on camera in a knife fight. He definitely napped someone. He's definitely doing a 12.5-year sentence for napping. I don't think he was caught in a knife fight, so this looks like it's complete cap.
In August 2018, Dizz and his crew spotted the victim on Gordon Road in London and forced him into a dark blue Ford. The victim later testified in court that he was sure they were going to kill him. Instead, they ended up torturing the victim by beating him, stabbing him with scissors, burning him with boiling water, and forcing him to swallow cannabis.
They forced him to eat weed as well. I feel like that's extra, that's like another level of disrespect. You could just steal that weed and smoke it. I don't know if they forced him to eat his own weed. It's bleak, man, it's bleak.
They filmed the whole thing with an iPhone camera, which was later used as evidence. Dizz was eventually arrested and sentenced to over 6 years for kidnapping and torture. Although it was not the only crime that led to the UK's war on drill music,
So much to unpack here. No knife fight on camera from Young Dizz. I don't know why he's even included in this video. UK drill rappers in knife fights. No knife fight, it was a kidnapping. Secondly, he didn't go into the real meat of the Young Dizz story, which was after he got done. Obviously, there was a BBC documentary about it, which was pretty spicy. After Young Dizz got sentenced to 12.5 years in jail, he immediately released a song which was fully animated, and that was one of the videos that was very quickly, duly taken down by the authorities. I mean, he was basically just gloating gloating about his crimes. He was gloating about 2 firearm charges that he actually beat. Talk about there's no guns in London, but Young Dizz was facing 2 firearm charges. He beat those charges and he dropped this music video, which very quickly got taken down by the feds. I'm gonna have a little look, see if I can find it. But chances are, if I put too much of it in this video, this will probably get taken down by the feds too. He's basically rapping on this song. He sounds like, it's very low quality. He actually sounds like he is rapping this in jail. It's like he's managed to get himself a phone where he can rap into, or a shitty little mic, and recorded this from jail and released it. It got taken down. You probably shouldn't be able to release songs from jail, if I'm honest with you. But that was sort of the end of the Young Dizz story. He caught a 12.5-year sentence, and he released this 12.5 music video that was very quickly taken down. But no knife fights, so hip-hop content, I'm a cool cap on that one.
It definitely contributed, and the official crackdown on the genre on YouTube came just a month after this incident. Many have criticized the police and tech company for their decision to crack down on the genre, claiming that it's a violation of freedom of speech and creative expression. But police claim that drill music glorifies violence and gang culture and has led to an increase in stabbings in London. However, the ban on drill has only added to the genre's popularity, and the violence hasn't exactly calmed down.
These videos sound like they're written by a robot. No hate, but it's just like random shit that doesn't really make sense. Like, oh, this incident led to the crackdown on drill YouTube videos. No, it didn't. The Young Dizz case all went off in 2019, and YouTube deleted 30 music videos after the Met links music with gang violence. This was in 2018, and this was all in response to the Moscow 17 Zone 2 beef. I broke that down in a video for you guys separately, so you know all about that. But it's not quite accurate, so I gotta fact check these motherfuckers right now.
Digga D and Savo.
Come on, Digga. All 10-11 shit. This one's gonna be interesting. You guys are gonna enjoy this one.
On January 2nd, 2019, a fight broke out outside of the Westbourne Park tube station on Harrow Road in London between 2 rival gangs. According to news outlets, the fight was pre-planned and was a clash between 2 rival gangs, the Ladbroke Grove gang and the Mozart gang.
The Ladbroke Grove gang? Ladbroke Grove, guys. Ladbroke Grove.
The 3 Ladbroke Grove gang members who were part of the brawl were 18-year-old Jordan Mdot, 19-year-old Rice Herbert, and an unnamed 17-year-old associate. Mdot and Herbert are well-known drill rappers who make music under the names Savo and Digga D. Digga D and his crew, 1011, are credited with being one of the first drill groups in London. They formed the group in 2015 and have had several clashes with the police while they've been active.
So you might have noticed these guys were all wearing blue rags here. That's because these are the British Crips, ladies and gentlemen. Digga D's kind of moved on a bit from this 1011 thing. Also, while we're fact-checking these robot motherfuckers, the Digga D case was actually another big inciting incident in the Met taking down a lot of drill songs. Not the Young Dizz case. This had all gone on a long time before. Back in 2018, the 1011 got banned from making violent music. After this all went down, a lot of the rules from the courts was that like these guys couldn't associate with each other, so like Digga and Savo couldn't really make music together anymore, and just a whole other bunch of stuff went down. But if you go and check out Digga D's video for Woi, you will see that this is some straight up Crip shit.
In 2017, the group was arrested for carrying machetes and baseball bats, which they claimed were for a music video. But police weren't buying it and claimed the group was planning an ambush of a rival gang.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I took a knife out the other day for a music video, and I was shook. I was shook because I thought if I get pulled over and these guys catch me with this knife, I'm gonna be in trouble. It's possible that I might have been dealt with a little bit more leniency than Digga D and his boys with their car full of machetes, but you definitely don't want to be driving around the UK with a shank and a bally in your ride.
Because the fight was caught on tape, they didn't have much of a defense, and nearly all of them pled guilty to violent disorder and possession of a deadly weapon. They were all sentenced to between 2 and 3 years for the crime, except the 17-year-old who was detained for 10 months. If you thought that was crazy, this next rapper was arrested after attacking a moving vehicle with a huge zombie knife. Joshua Gardner is a drill rapper and a member of the G-Lane Gang, or CR7 crew.
I just want to say, I don't know whether it counts as a UK drill rapper in a knife fight if the guys fight in a car. To me, this looks like a one-sided drill against the VW Polo. It's VW Polo K, if you know what I'm saying.
The crew was well known to the local gang unit, especially after an incident involving a member named Joshua Gardner, who attacked a vehicle with a huge zombie knife on the streets of London.
That zombie knife ain't doing nothing to that window. That ain't doing nothing to that window is strong, man. My guy's wrist was probably aching for weeks after that one.
The incident happened back in 2018 and was captured on a dash cam. The video that was later played in court shows Joshua on a bike approaching a blue Volkswagen parked on the side of the street. The vehicle clearly recognizes Joshua as he pulls up and tries to pull out and speed away. However, traffic prevents the car from escaping, and Joshua gets off his bike and begins attacking the vehicle.
This must be the Audi gang, you know what I mean? Because they're clearly VWK, straight up VW killers. It's on sight. Any VW that these guys see is straight up chefins, you know?
Joshua, who was only 18 at the time of his arrest, had been charged once before for attempting to rob a school kid of his cell phone and wallet. To the shock of many paying attention to the case, the rapper was let off with just 150 hours of community service and no jail time for the road rage incident. The judge who presided over the case claims that a kidnapping that had occurred not long before the case was the reason behind why she let him off with just a warning. Apparently, on March 26, 2018, Joshua was kidnapped by another gang of men in their 20s over a drug debt that his friend owed. He was held at gunpoint and forced to sell drugs for them for 10 days until the debt was paid off. She claimed that although the kidnapping was no excuse for violent behavior, it did explain why he was acting in such a reckless and vicious manner. Many local Croydon residents who were following the case were shocked by this verdict and claimed that it was only going to lead to more knife crime in the city.
Sus B-roll hip-hop content. That's not the B-roll you want to be using for knife fight videos, my friend. What do you think he typed in to get that? Do you think he typed into like Pexels? He typed into like Shutterstock? Witness to chefing?
Lil Mdot is a rapper associated with a South London gang and rap crew called 814. A split-off group of a larger gang called the Ghetto Boys that operates in the New Cross, Lewisham, and Deptford area of South London.
Lewisham, not Lewisham. Lewisham sounds kind of fire though, you know what I mean? Fucks with ham. But nah, Lewisham, homie.
The stabbing occurred outside of After Hours, a fast food restaurant in New Cross, South London. 814 is known to have beef with another local gang called Monson Bloodset. The man that Mdot attacked was a man named Ahmad Torfi, who was alleged to be a member of the rival gang. However, according to the defense attorneys, Ahmad was not an active gang member, but simply friends with a few members of the crew and was actually a shy, mild-mannered man who worked as a steward at local sporting events. He was out that night getting food with his twin brother and girlfriend when Mdot caught him off guard and stabbed him multiple times in the chest. He had to undergo open heart surgery because of the attack and is now permanently paralyzed. To make matters worse, Mdot released a freestyle to YouTube where he brags about the stabbing. He even goes as far as to diss his victim for his meal choice, rapping, "All he wanted was some mac and cheese."
Self-snitching at its peakest levels there, I would say. I mean, what's more incriminating than literally copping to a crime, saying that you did the crime, but then also dropping specific information tying you to the crime? I mean, calling out the meal that the guy was eating when you chefed him up is 5D chess levels of self-snitching. And y'all wanna call me a snitch.
Mdot was arrested not long after releasing his freestyle and sentenced to 14 years in prison for the crime. But hopefully, this will be a lesson to others that even just hanging with the wrong people or making threats online can get you caught up in serious beef.
Alright, hip-hop content, I've got to give you a minor L. There actually wasn't any knife fights in that video. Did we see any knife fights? The 10-11 guys were having a knife fight. They were getting active in the streets, that's true. That dude knifed up the VW Polo. That was Polo K. VW Golf, pack penned him. It's kind of been sensationalized for clicks here, and this is, to be fair, this video's done really well. I mean, 365,000 views in that short of a time. I thought that this was a mainly American-focused channel, but it's like recently they've been doing hella UK stuff. Maybe they've made a video out of every single American rapper getting caught lacking, and maybe they're moving on to the UK shit. I mean, shit, before you know it, it'll be all the top rappers in Bognor Regis that chefed up their ops, so I'll definitely be in there. It's a strange one. Shout out Hip Hop Daily. I kind of enjoyed that. I felt like it was a little bit lacking in some areas, but let me know what you thought. Let me know down in the comments. If you guys are UK drill fans and you really felt like there were certain situations or stories that should have been included in this video, let me know down below. I know it's a bit hypocritical coming from me because I make hip-hop content about violent stories that have happened, but I feel like in some ways, some of this stuff's in bad taste when there's not really any personality or character behind it. A video like this really needs to end with somebody kind of explaining and breaking down that, like, knife crime is actually a big problem in the UK. You know, there are actually a lot of guns on the streets of the UK, and this is leading to a lot of young people losing their lives because there's a lot of glorification of the gang life and the gang culture going on in, like, popular culture in the UK at the moment, and it's actually not so good. Definitely have mixed feelings about this video. It's interesting to catch up on a few old stories that I haven't heard in a little while. Definitely a couple of new things there that I hadn't heard. The Mdot stuff, that was new to me, so that was pretty interesting. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to react to more street fucking compilation weird shit on channels like this, Let me know down below. If not, you thought this was straight trash, straight dookie, let me know too. I need to know what kind of videos you guys want me to do. Anyway, I'm signing off. It's been your boy Trapmore Ross. Thank you for watching. Shout out to everybody who has been supporting both channels. Shout out to all of the Patreon gang for showing even more love and keeping this channel going. You guys mean the world to me. You are some legends. And until next time, gang, it's big peace out.